To configure your Stryd Zones data field, first open the Garmin Connect app on your phone. Next, choose your watch in the upper right-hand corner. Then select Activities, Apps, and More. Next, select Data Fields and select the Stryd Zones data field. Now select Settings. Input the ANT ID number we got from connecting your Stryd as a footpod in the previous video. This tells the watch to only collect data from your Stryd and prevents your watch from connecting to someone else's Stryd. Next, select what kind of power averaging you want displayed on the watch. By default, you will see real-time power on the watch. Here, I'm leaving real-time power as my primary field and adding lap power as my secondary display. Note that you will only see the secondary field displayed on the watch if the Stryd Zones data field is on a data screen by itself, which I'll demonstrate in a moment. Next, you can choose to enter your Stryd username. This will allow the watch to show you real-time which zone you are running in. Additionally, if you use the automatic critical power detection tool in our mobile app, then whenever your critical power and zones change, this will also automatically be reflected on your watch. If you don't know what your Stryd username is, then quickly check this by leaving open the Garmin app and opening the Stryd mobile app. Then go to the Settings page on the Stryd mobile app, then scroll down and select Edit User Profile. Here you can copy your Stryd username and then return to the Garmin app to paste it into the box. Lastly, below the Stryd username, I have already checked the boxes to include both the visual zone bar and the numerical zone for my data screens. Once you are done, make sure to save your changes and return to the home screen to allow the watch to sync. Note that it can take several minutes for the zone information to sync to your watch. After a few minutes of allowing the watch to sync with Garmin Connect, I'm returning back to the run activity of the watch. Now at the bottom of the Stryd Zones data field, you can see my zone information appear. Here it will also tell you when this zone information was last updated and what your current critical power is. Now I'll go ahead and start the activity so you can see how the full screen looks. At the top of the screen is my secondary power data screen, which I set to lap power. Below that is the primary data field, which I set to real-time power, and below that is the numerical representation of what zone I'm in. Now I'll try generating some power so you can see what the visual zone bar looks like on the left-hand side of the screen. This display color will actually change with the power zone you are running in, and the zone bar will also shift to show where you are within each zone. Now that's what Stryd Zones can look like if the data field is on a screen by itself. But if it's on a data screen with other metrics, like in a layout screen with 4 metrics, then the Stryd Zones field will just show you the primary power averaging field, in this case my real-time power, and the numerical zone above that. That's it for how to set up your Garmin watch with the Stryd Zones data field. You are now ready to run with power displayed and recorded by your watch.